The Sulphur River bottoms of southwest Arkansas are home to many creatures, some now locally extinct, like the red wolf. So what is it that locals say howls with an inhuman voice from within the swampy woods? The Sulphur River bottoms are a part of the Big Piney Woods, a vast region encompassing parts of Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma. 54,400 square miles of forest full of boggy bottomland. The region is a hotbed for sightings of Bigfoot-like creatures. Going back to the early 20th century and possibly further back in regional history, there have been alleged sightings of a creature 7 to 10 feet tall, covered in hair and ape-like in appearance. In some accounts, it has glowing red eyes the size of silver dollars. The most famous rash of sightings around Fouke, Arkansas in the early 70s inspired the 1972 docudrama horror film, The Legend of Boggy Creek.
I seen this thing come out across the road in front of my car. I just couldn't even believe what I was watching.
The wildly successful film introduced the wider public to the Fouke monster, otherwise known as the Boggy Creek monster, and gave the small town publicity that not all of its citizens wanted.
People around here was a little reluctant for outsiders coming in. People was just going on people's property and with guns and everything else, and it wasn't really a good deal. They're taking gates down and they're tearing up fence and stuff. The residents of Fouke and its surrounding area have long lived under the shadow of this enigmatic beast, whose existence has been doubted, but whose power over the region is definitive. The Monster Mart is arguably the center of Fouke, a hub for cryptid seekers everywhere. It even has a museum dedicated to the Fouke monster. That was my whole intent with my Monster Mart, was investing in doing the curb appeal outside, like you see, getting everything framed up, getting different kinds of memorabilia in here. These are castings made of alleged monster footprints. The Fouke monster might be a little different from its Bigfoot cousins. Some castings only have 3 toes. Denny Roberts, Monster Mart's owner, is among those in Fouke who have embraced the monster legend as part of the town's heritage. I felt like I ought to record and gather the stuff together and have something that they could say, and they can make their own mind whether they're interested, whether they believe or not believe. Right now, up to present, we're probably getting about 2 to 3 that I'm actually receiving 2 to 3 reports a year of some sightings or some good evidence, good tracks and stuff like that that's out there, and sounds and so forth.
And that foot of mine is 14 inches, and that print is solidly about 19 inches. And that's when I'm 300 pounds, and you see how the print is dented into the ground easily about an inch or so. Wintertime, dry ground, that just doesn't happen. Everything erupts after this howling, and you've heard it on Finding Bigfoot when they do their howls. It was similar to that, and then whenever it stops, the typical silence in the forest for, 10, 15 minutes, because something happened, something howled, potentially even a kill, and some people describe it as a mountain lion type and cat kill. But again, when you hear these guys say what they've heard, it's not a cat always. It's hard to identify, but it's not always a cat.
You get out there in them bottoms where
get away from traffic and everything else, and all you can just focus on is just what's around you. It's an experience within itself. Country people get to hear things and see things that city folks most time don't.
I do believe there's something, you know. Last year I was hunting in Thornton Wells with my oldest son. I was looking around, you know, and I looked. I thought maybe my eyes was playing tricks. I'm not sure, but on the side of that big mound there was a big tree, probably this big. Well, it looked like a face. Man, it scared me. Like it really scared me. When I seen it, I turned back around, looked at my son. He's still over there on his phone, you know, and I turned back around and it wasn't nothing there. And I was like, oh no, 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 no. I got my binoculars and I went to looking, you know. It looked like it had a lot of gray on it. I don't remember a nose. He had like hair here, you know, but I mean around his eyes he didn't really have hair. I didn't smile or open its mouth. You know, I didn't see none of that. It just when I seen it, like I said, the hair stood up on me.
I think whatever we're dealing with is smart, fast, and very elusive, and really just wants to be left alone.
I'm a believer. I mean, I've had people that, like, if I know you for the last 10 years and you say you've seen something, why would I dispute that?
Ultimately, whether or not there is a strange creature lurking in the woods and swamps of southwest Arkansas, the legend has left its mark. The Fouke monster, real or not, is given a certain life in the Sulphur River bottoms anytime a strange footprint is found in the mud, anytime a hunter looks over their shoulder in the dark, and anytime an eerie howl is heard echoing through the swamp.